myself Hema Malini. So in the previous class what we have started? We have started with the second unit, that is the fisherman and the genie, and this story is adopted from Arabian Nights. Okay, and the previous class what we have learned, children? We have learned that the fisherman lived with his wife and children nearby the sea, and he had promised that he would not throw the net into the water for 4 times. Okay, and he collected enough fishes to sell as well as to feed his family. So one morning what happens? He goes to the sea and he tries to throw the net into the water, and he feels that his net becomes very heavy, and when he pulls it out he finds a dead body of a donkey for the first time, and for the second time when he throws the net into the water, again the net becomes heavy, and what he finds? He finds a bag full of garbage, and for the third time also the net becomes very heavy, and for the third time also he is very much disappointed. He finds shells and stones. And for the fourth time, very sadly, what he does, he just throws the net into the water. He throws the net into the water. And for the fourth time, what he finds, children? He finds a copper jar. And he thinks that it is better that he had found a copper jar. He thought that he would sell this copper jar to a coppersmith, and whatever the amount he gets, he will buy some food for his wife and children. And what happens? And as he sees the jar, he is very much curious to know what is inside the jar. So when he tries to open the lid of that jar, he is very much surprised that there is a smoke which comes out of the jar, and that fills all over the sky, that covers all over the sky, and out of that smoke comes out a fierce, monstrous genie. So till here we have completed. The fisherman crouched on the ground. He was like a frightening rabbit facing a fierce hunting dog. What had he done? The first thought he had was that he should run away as far as his. So as soon as he saw this monstrous genie, what did the fisherman think? He closed his legs and his hands. For example, children, if you are afraid of something, that what you do, you just fold your hands and legs and sit in one side. The same thing happened to this fisherman also. As soon as he saw that fierce monstrous genie, he thought that he was being chased by a hunting dog. So he thought he would run away from that place as far as he could to reach a safe place. Okay, then what happened? Then the genie spoke like a huge clap of thunder. O king of all genies, I shall never disobey you again. So what happened, children? So as soon as he saw that monstrous genie, so the fisherman thought that he would run away from there. But at the same time, he heard a thunder voice. Thunder means what, children? Thunder, a loud noise that is heard after lightning. So when it is raining, you hear a thundering sound from the sky. So his voice was so heavy, means he spoke in a loud voice. And he told fisherman saying that he is the king of all genies and he would never disobey him. The fisherman felt a bit better. He said, "What are you talking about? I am not a king." He did not know. How did you come out of this jar? So there were a lot of questions running in the mind of this fisherman. So he said, "Genie, that from where did you come from? And I am not at all your king." So let us see what happens next. Then, "Talk to me properly," roared the genie. "Otherwise, I shall not think twice, I shall kill you and be on my way. So to that, what did the genie say? Genie said to fisherman that asking him to talk to him properly. Otherwise, he would kill the fisherman and he would go, he said. Then, oh my, said the fisherman, I have been so polite to you. Why must you think of killing me? So what did the fisherman say? The fisherman said he has been so polite to this genie, and why he would think of killing him? I have been shut in this jar for 300 years, said the genie. Then you should be happy. I have let you out. Why do you want to kill me? Said the fisherman. So, genie said that he had been set into this jar for 300 years. 300 years. Okay. So, 300 years means when the years become 300. Like, for example, first year, second year, third year. Like that, when we keep on counting the years, when it becomes 100, it is called as 100 years. Understood, children? So, what did the genie say? That he has been shut into this jar for 300 years. And fisherman says that he has let him out. So, why would he want to kill him? He has let him out, and he should be very much happy that he has been set free by this fisherman instead of killing him. Okay, then I was shut inside this jar by the king of all genies because I had disobeyed his rules, said the genie. I thought that if anyone freed me from this jar before 100 years had passed, I would make him a very rich man. So what did the genie say? That genie said that I have been shut into this jar for 300 years, and genie thought that if anybody let him out of this jar before 100 years, what he would make that person? He would make that person a rich man. A rich man. Nobody set me free. I still had hope that I would be freed in the next century. But no one set me free. So what happened? So genie thought that for the first 100 years, before 100 years, if he was set, he would make a rich man. He would make that person a rich man, and he did not lose his hope, and he thought in the second century. What is a century? What is the meaning of century, children? Here, century means a time period of 100 years. So a time period of 100 years. So if 100 years is called as century. So in the next century means after the second 100 years, if he was let him free, he thought that he would anybody would let him free in the second century, but nobody let him free. Nobody let him free. Then the third century started. I thought that if I was freed, I would make the person person who freed me a king. I would stay by his side and help him. So again he thought that for the third century, that is the third 100 years, if anybody freed him, he thought that he would make him a king. He would make that person a king. But for the third year also, for the third 100 years also, nobody let him free. Then genie screamed loudly, and it seemed as if the whole earth shook. No one came to free me in the third century. Then I promised that I would kill the person who freed me. So tell me, how do you want to die? So what did the monstrous genie tell fisherman? He told that for the third century also nobody came, and for the fourth century, if anybody comes and free me in the fourth century, then the monstrous genie thought that he would kill that person. So he asked fisherman how he wants to die. Please don't kill me, great genie. I have helped you, said the fisherman with folded hands. So what did the fisherman say? As you can see here in this picture, the genie says that he wants to kill him. So the fisherman just puts his hands together and he requests genie not to kill him because he had saved his life. He has freed him from the jar. Don't waste my time, said the genie. Quick, tell me how you want to die. So genie told, don't waste my time. I want to kill you. And he told that he would kill fisherman, and he asked him how you wish to die. Okay, said the fisherman, but I don't believe you were ever in this jar, in this small jar. Before I tell you how I want to die, can you show me how they put such a gigantic genie like you into this jar? So this fisherman was very clever, children. He was very clever. Quickly he thought of an idea and he asked genie. And he questioned genie. I don't believe that you are such a huge, monstrous genie. And how did you come out of this jar? I wondered how anybody put you into this jar. Such a huge person into this jar. Gigantic means very large, children. Gigantic means very large. So you are very large. How did you get into this small bottle? I don't believe you, he said. Then slowly the genie changed into a huge genie into smoke. The smoke went into the jar. So what happened? So it was a question to genie, children. The fisherman put a question to the genie. So genie wants to prove it. How did he enter into this bottle? So what did it? Suddenly he turned into a smoke. He turned into a smoke and went into the jar. A voice came out from the jar. Now do you believe me? So the genie had entered into this bottle. As you can see, there's a bottle. So what he did? Genie just slid down into this bottle. And from the bottle, he asked fisherman, do you believe me now that I have entered this bottle? Then, as quickly as lightning, the fisherman took the lid and shut the jar. He screwed the lid on tightly. So what happened? As soon as the genie entered into the bottle, what happened? The fisherman just tightened the lid of that bottle. He tightened it very tightly. Okay, children? And he tightened it very tightly. He screwed it very tightly. Then the genie tried as much as he could to make the fisherman open the jar. He promised him all the riches of the world. The fisherman didn't care about being rich anymore. All he wanted was to be safe from the wicked genie. He picked up the jar and threw it back into the water. So what happened? After getting into the bottle, what did the fisherman do? The fisherman just screwed the bottle with the lid very tightly, and from inside the jar, the genie promised the fisherman all the riches of the world, but the fisherman did not want any riches. So he wanted to be safe from this monstrous genie. What he did? He just tightened this jar and he just threw this bottle back into the water. So this ends the chapter, and the moral of the story is that we should always respect the person who helps us into difficult times. We should always help a person who is in difficult times, and we should never forget the person who has helped us into the moral of the story is that we should never forget a person who has helped us in difficult times, children. In the same way, we should always help a person who is in difficult times. I hope you remember this moral of this story, children. And this ends the chapter, and I want you to go through this video and understand the lesson. And in the next class, I'll come up with a different unit. Until then, have a great day. Have a good day. Bye.